You hear that? That's the awkward silence of a family dinner after you just got caught vaping. Most vapes contain high levels of nicotine and disappointment. Brought to you by The Real Cost and the FDA.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I want to talk on why I am bad at video games, alright? But it ain't gonna more so be talking about why I'm bad at video games. It's more so gonna be talking on why I just don't particularly care if I'm bad at video games. See, and that's exactly what it is. I'm careless. I don't care. I don't care if I'm good at a game. I don't care if I'm bad at a game. Look, bruh, I've been playing video games on easy since I can play video games. I don't care. The thing is this, what I more so care about, and I guess like if I'm playing a game where it ain't about, getting a skin or XP or whatever, I play the game to complete it, and then if it's games that do, have like real reward system where if it's like if you gather up the most amount of XP, then you unlock something, then I'll play it for that. But it really depends though on, what game it is and what. I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. Lately, I have been messing up on podcast episodes and videos. So if I start fumbling over my words or seems like I'm getting distracted, I'm going to just roll with it because I don't want to do any more takes of podcast episodes and videos and all that stuff. So I just wanted to state that. So if it sounds like I'm a little frustrated, it's because I am. Because lately, I don't know what's been going on, but I'm getting tired of it. All right. So anyways, it's really pissing me off because I'm like, I want to get this stuff done and I can't. All right. So I'm going to be okay. But just I want to let y'all know where I'm at mentally right now. So, but anyways, all right, getting back to today's episode. So the reason why I'm even doing this episode in the first place is because I saw a comment on TikTok. And I think it's just a comment of just somebody just hating, just overall just want to leave something stupid, I guess, try to get a reaction out of me and stuff, because, I am known for my reactions and stuff, but anyway, so it was a clip of a stream, and so I was, lately I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, right, and there's a mode in there called DMZ, so how the clip that the guy commented on, so how that particular game, how it ended, so both my teammates were down. It's a trio based game. Both my teammates were down, and where they were down at, they were right at the extract helicopter. So pretty much what you do in DMZ is that you gather up all these different things from like just random material, I guess, documents, weapons, like just a bunch of different crap, right? Key cards like to unlock certain buildings and crap. So anyways, but yeah, that's what it was. So I was like, I had a bunch of gear on me and I wasn't trying to die or sit there and be trying to revive those guys. So, and there was like a bunch of enemies also around, that area too. And I think anybody will probably do the right and logical thing, get on that helicopter and get up out of there, right? The thing is this, even if it was, and so no, that's actually what I wanted to, talk on what these teammates were doing. They were just sitting on a train doing absolutely nothing, right? Just wanting to go around in circles. And for some reason, in that particular mode, a lot of people like doing that. They like just staying in one area, not going anywhere. So I got sick of it. So I got off the train. I was following them at one point, but I got off the train. Fought through a bunch of different enemies. I think I did. Regardless, anyways, fought through enemies. Eventually did get to an extract helicopter. And yeah, I was gone. I was out of there. And I was like, I got on and they so happened to be in that area, right? Like literally right there at like pretty much underneath the helicopter, right? And so, yeah, somebody commented on the video saying that in the way that they worded it, it's like you can tell that they had to have been like a kid or something. Because I'm like, there's no way possible you're an adult and you talk like you're a child. If so, then I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm not apologizing for insulting you. I'm apologizing that you have to go on social media and talk like that. It's like, if you're going to insult me, like, just make sure that your words are correct. They're placed in the areas that they need to be placed in your sentence. Overall, like, I'm not reading it as if I'm a caveman. Like, this ain't, the Flintstone days or something. You got like some old like Yabba Dabba Doo car and things. Like, no, you're not a caveman. All right, you are whoever you are. All right, but you exist in this day and age. All right, where even if it's like you speak a different language, whatever the situation is, it's like, and I guess like if that could have been the case, where they overall spoke a different language, and that was the best way that they can word it. The thing is this: if I see a video, right, of whatever video game that I'm playing, and I see it's like people that don't speak my language that they're playing it, I ain't got nothing to say on that. See, I just think that that's just at times when people, it's like you want, I guess, to be acknowledged, or you overall want people to talk to you. You want people to, like, you don't have friends, so it's like, oh, well, let me make enemies type stuff, right? And I'm like, fam, regardless of whatever the situation is, it's like insulting people, on whatever the situation is, it's like it's not needed. So, but the thing is like that small little clip, that's not showcasing the times where I have sniped off people in that game, where I've went up against a gang of AIs, some actual players, done gathered up some of the craziest weapons and freaking what other things. Like, I've done so much in the short time that I have been playing DMZ. I think I've been playing DMZ for like a week now, right? And I feel like that I've actually been good at that game. I'm like, nah, bruh, like that game is actually, like, DMZ is actually fun. If that mode was just its own game, bro, Call of Duty won't ever have to worry about me saying crap, because I'm like, that's the one thing that I have been having fun in. So anyways, but no, the thing is this, people's like seeing that one clip, and then you're saying that I'm bad at the game off of that one clip where all it showed was me running into a helicopter and then shooting AI enemy like like that was a little distance away and stuff. I'm trying to think. I think I got the kill. Even if I didn't, oh well. But it's like the years that I've been playing video games where like I sit down and I think of like all of the stuff that I have accomplished in video games. Like, there's been trophies and achievements that I've gathered up on both my PlayStation and my Xbox where it's stuff that other people don't have. Like, that was one thing. Like, if I really can just sit down and kind of just talk about like the moments where I have had good moments with the games. Yeah, let me talk on that real quick. One of the first few times I realized that I was good at a particular game, and this game being Battlefield 3 was, and the thing is this, I've had bad games in that game too. So I'm not gonna say I'm the world's best player, but I'm gonna say, like, for that particular game, yeah, I was pretty darn good. All right, but anyways, I remember that game too. It was a game that I just won't forget because it was a game that stuck out so much. Even though that I played this back when I was in high school, I still remember literally going, and we all know like Battlefield, they got some big maps. I'm going around this map, taking out everybody that I possibly could. I think I barely went out of there with like some deaths, like talking on myself getting killed in the game. But the amount of kills that I had, the amount of like, and I'm trying to think, I can't remember if it was like Conquest, what was it, Rush or Team Deathmatch, but I just remember going around and just racking up the XP in that game, right? To the point where I had did so good in that game that they gave me an MVP trophy, meaning that I was the best player on both teams. I had more points than the number one player on the opposite team. I had more points than anybody else on that team. I was the best player in that whole game. So in that particular game, yeah, I had to say that I did pretty good. But every other game after that, before that, yeah, I'll admit I had some bad games. I had some good games. But I'm not going to allow the bad games to stop me. Like, fam, if we're going to talk on newer games, Apex Legends, Fortnite, Call of Duty, I play those games on a regular basis, right? I'm not good at them. Apex Legends probably being the one game that I'm not good at. But when my friends want to play that game, I'm there. I'm having fun. At least with games, if it's a game that I know that I'm not good at, or I just don't overall, and that's the thing where it's like, even if I'm not good at it, I still play it. But if it's a game that I don't know how to play, I'm not going to play it. For an example, Elden Rings. what was the other games from Elden Rings? Dark Souls. I remember I played I think it was Dark Souls 1 because they had it come out for like, it was like you know how like Xbox, they give away like monthly free games, but for those that don't know, Xbox, they give away like monthly free games and stuff, and I remember one of them being Dark Souls. I played it, I was horrible at it, so I was like, oh, I can't play this game's too much. I'm like, nah, it's like I think even if they do have like a difficulty thing that you can change, like whether it's easy, medium, hard, very hard, whatever, you know, if they did have that, I think I did put it on easy and I still was taking L's in that game. So I'm like, oh, this ain't a game meant for me. And so yeah, if it's a game where it's like I know that I'm not good at it, I come up with that choice on whether or not I'm going to still give this game a chance. So yeah, for an example, Call of Duty, DMZ, I'm not good at that mode. I haven't been the best player in that game or in that particular mode, but I still play it. Why? Because I like it. I like the way that it plays. If they had an easier way of playing it, I would play that. But I play it, I enjoy it, I like it. Even talking on other Call of Duty titles, there's Black Ops Cold War, and they had a zombie mode. They had a zombie mode in there. I might not have been good at completing the story. There probably was still things I needed to do. What else? I know I wasn't good at multiplayer. What was the Warzone? Yeah, I'm not good at any of those things, but that zombie mode, oh, I was good at that. I killed me some zombies. I did me some things. I leveled up my weapons. So yeah, the thing is like, I'm not good at games. I've accepted that. I'm okay with that. But I still play them. Why? Because I want to give that game a chance. I want to actually play that game. I find joy and entertainment when I play this game. So that's why it confuses me that people are, you know, even if that was ever a mindset where it's like, oh, you have to be good at a game in order to play it. Why? What are you going to accomplish by being the best player in the whole game? Like, okay, you get some sort of acknowledgement, but then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, you want a little bit more of a challenge. So like the thing is this, if a game is too easy for me, I'm going to make it challenging. And there have been games where I have made it challenging. For an example, The Division, it got to a point where I felt like I was just getting through missions and all this stuff way too easy. So I started making it a little bit challenging. They had things on there where you can modify the missions and stuff to make it a little bit more harder. So like you'll spawn with no ammo for your weapons, and then you gotta use your sidearm to go and to like kill off enemies and things to gather up ammo. I played with that. I played on the most challenging levels on that game by myself at that. So like the thing is this, I have played games on the hardest difficulty, I've played games on the easiest difficulty, and that's even something that I remember talking over with one of my friends at my old job, because he played video games too. He was a chef, and he was just like me when it came to video games. Like, he's playing it, he's having fun, all that stuff. But I remember me and him, we were sitting down and we were talking about it, how we both play video games on the easiest difficulty. The thing is this, me and him, we both agreed on that we are the owners of that video game. Like, we don't own the video game franchise, but the little disc or the little digital versions that we bought off of our Xbox, PlayStation, PC, we spent $65 or however much the game cost. We spent money, okay, to play this game. If they're gonna have a way on there to play it in an easier way, why can I not play that? Why isn't it an issue if I do play the game on the easiest difficulty? And that's the time there was a time I remember I was streaming and somebody was all like, oh, you gotta play the game on a harder difficulty. Why? What is it gonna change? Okay, so I play it on a harder difficulty and then it's still easy for me. So like, then what do I do? Like, that's why I'm like, bruh, it's those types of things I'm like, I just want to let y'all know I don't care about it. I don't care for playing a game on the hardest difficulty. I don't care for being good. I don't care for, even if people say that I am good and then I'm looking at it as like I'm trash, I don't even care about that. Look, when I play a video game, I'm playing it to play it, okay? If it so happens to have an easy mode, I'm gonna play that. If I get through the easy mode and I want to play more of it, then I'm gonna try my luck on the medium mode. If I get through the medium mode, then I'm gonna try through the hard mode. If hard is too hard, then I'm not gonna play the game no more. I'm gonna move on to something else. That's why so many video games exist. And the funny thing is that like if they was like, do you actually believe that? Do you actually believe that you're trash at video games? Yes and no. Like, there are games out there where I'm like, okay, I play it, but I know I'm not going to do good, but I'm still going to play it anyways. And then there's games out there where I'm like, no, I know I'm good at that game. For an example, Forza. I remember I had no idea what that game was all about. I sucked at that game. I had no idea what to overall do in that game. And if people know me, you know how much I like racing games, right? So anyways, I'm going and I remember my friend, he very first got me into Forza, and I was like, bro, this game is stupid. I'm like, the cars are slow. I got to upgrade the cars. I got to do this. I got to do that. Eventually, it did get to a point where I wanted to try the game out again. And I think Forza Motorsports, what is it, 3 or 4? I think 4 was coming out, and I remember I played it, and it got to the point where I was like, I started actively getting better as I'm sitting down and I'm playing it. It was so bad. I was like, bro, I remember I was like, I'm sitting down playing it. This was when I was in high school, right? I'm sitting down playing it. My light was on, all that stuff. It was a school night. I am sitting there addicted. I had got addicted to the game that quick. And it was funny because my mom comes in my room and was all like, what you doing? What, you supposed to be in bed? I'm like, oh my God. Like, no, I'm my bad. I'm like, let me just finish out this race. And I'll brush my teeth, get ready for bed, go to school tomorrow, all that stuff and things. But then, I remember when Forza Motorsports 4 had came out. I had played that game so much, okay, that I want to play that game again. Like, I actually sat down and thought of it where I'm like, bro, I want to go out and get me another Xbox 360, get Forza Motorsports 3, 4, whichever, and just sit down and just play that game, because that game was fun. But then I remember when Forza Horizon had came out, and then this same friend that had got me into playing Forza, like, he was like, bro, we were out here, like, he was teaching me how to play that game, right? And I remember me and him, this was like, so by the time when Forza Horizon had came out, I was already like invested in the Forza, right? So anyways, I remember he challenged me to a race on there. He was telling me that a Nissan GTR can beat a Bugatti, and I'm like, bro, I'm going to tell you this right now, a Nissan GTR cannot beat a Bugatti. Maybe if this Nissan GTR had a better engine than the Bugatti, but I don't think that's the case. If you're talking about whatever that car has versus a Bugatti, that's not going to work. But he strongly believed that a Nissan GTR can beat a Bugatti, right? So anyways, I'm like, all right, we're going to find a freeway on that game, and we're going to have ourselves a little race. I smoked him, okay? And I can hear it in his voice. I still remember, I can hear it in his voice that he accepted the fact that he was losing that. Literally, like, when we started off, it was kind of like, we were neck and neck starting it off and things. And then eventually my car just started getting faster and faster and faster. And he's like, well, maybe a Bugatti can beat a Nissan GTR. So I'm like, bro, I tried telling you. I'm sorry, but like, that's the case with that and things. But he got me into that game. And no, it's even before that, even in the beginning of my time of when I started playing video games, I think I was maybe like 3. I was in preschool ages when I started playing video games, and the person that got me into playing video games was my mom. She got me into playing like Nintendo 64 games like Mario, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart and stuff. And I remember that was me and her our game where we would play a lot of Mario Kart. Guess what? Okay, the woman that birthed me, okay, I had literally, she birthed me, all right, taught me how to play Mario Kart. I'm beating her literally as a preschooler, bro. Literally as a child. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, look, it doesn't matter if you're bad at a game. I'm going to just tell y'all that right now. It does not matter. If you are bad at a game, so what? If you like playing it, continue playing it. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter what anybody has to say about you playing that game. The thing is this, especially if you're the owner of that game, you're the owner of the console that's on that game, you're the owner of the controller, you're the owner of the TV, you're the owner of the headset, the thing is this, you own that game. You play it the way that you want to play it. If you want to play, the thing is this, if it's a multiplayer game and they got how you could play up against AIs and stuff, if they have that option, play. If they have an option where you want to play online, but you want to play the easier modes, play it. If you want to play the hardcore modes, play it. You do whatever you want to do with that game. Why? Because if you own that game, you're allowed to play how, even if you don't. If that's your style of how you play a video game, whether you're at a friend's house, wherever, if you play that now, the thing is like, I do feel like that if anybody is going to be trash at a game, it's a person that cheats, okay? Now, if anybody is going to be actually trash, I'm trash at the game because I just don't care. But there's people out there that literally cheat their way into playing a video game. I could have cheated in DMZ because I'm pretty sure they got like some modding system where you can mod DMZ and have it where nobody can kill you and all this other stuff. I'm pretty sure they got things like that, but I don't do it. Why? I accept the fact if I'm going to get killed in that game. I accept the fact if I'm going to lose all my stuff in that game. That type of stuff don't matter to me. I'm not going to cheat my way into no video game. Like, the only time I'll cheat in a video game is if it's an old Grand Theft Auto game and I'm using cheat codes in there. Other than that, bro, I don't care about none of that extra stuff. So anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 50 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram, and Kick at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And if you're purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will knock 10% off of your next purchase. And if you're purchasing any controller accessories from Fatal Grips, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will knock 10% off of your next purchase. So for SeatGeek, $20 off. For Poggers, 10% off. And for Fatal Grips, 10% off. I just need to make sure I said that right. But if I didn't, I'll say it right the next time. And so on and so on. All right. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. And peace.